What's up, everybody? It's Tori Nix, aka Natty Deity, and I'm back on it with a full moon reading as well as a Scorpio season reading. I hope everybody's feeling good. I hope everybody has had some time to kind of navigate this energy as best as possible. And I hope that you're feeling high in vibes, or at least very hopeful at this time. I'm going to get into it. Tomorrow is the full moon. Today is October 16th. Tomorrow is the 17th, of course. And I was doing my research. I was just looking to see what type of moon we're going into. And it says the super moon and also the hunter's moon, And what this super moon is basically where this is the closest that the moon comes to the earth, right? In its orbit. So what I'm already feeling is this is a pull on the emotional state of humanity. And if you listen to my last reading, this all is going to blow your mind, kind of, because my mind is already blown. I haven't even gotten into the energy how I want to, but I just see, like, if the moon is the closest to us, right, which is symbolic of emotion, feeling, right, this is so highlighted at this particular time. You can probably feel this in I'm feeling the lower back. That's symbolic, maybe even the shoulders as well, maybe even in the chest. This is symbolic of, like, emotional release needs to be taking place, because when you think of, like, carrying weight, right? A lot of people's weight could have been up and down this last season. Maybe you're noticing you're either gaining it or you're losing weight. That's symbolic of what's happening. It's emotional release. And I even spoke about in the last reading how we've come so far in the last 5 years after experiencing something of a pandemic, right? Because technically it started in 2019. So this is coming up on 5 years of just completely shifting into a whole new world. We never have been the same. Nothing has been the same since then. And this is where that time of emotional release is really calling us. So dealing with grief, dealing with things of the past, right? Like childhood wounds, severing ties with certain things that no longer serve you or assist you, right? That's symbolic of dropping the weight, okay? So if you're losing weight, you're probably more so dropping some emotional and energetic weight, okay? So that's just something. Now, if you're gaining weight or you're feeling very heavy in these areas in your body, you really want to hone in on your energetic practices at this time to release those emotions. So this can be journaling, crying even. This can be speaking how you feel, processing how you feel, right? But something needs to take place. So those are the two energies that I'm picking up off of the supermoon. Now let's go into the hunter's moon meaning, okay? This basically marks the beginning of a hunting season and viewed as a signal of hunters to begin preparing for the approaching cold. Okay, I'm going to read something else. That was just what came through. And also the moon is in Aries tomorrow as well. So that's even significant as well. And this is all about the name. So let me go here. Hold on. Sorry. They don't really have a definition. But basically, this is like a harvest. Okay, it says that this full moon represents change, growth, and transformation, which mirrors the scorpionic energy, okay? So right now, we're battling emotionally with Aries, right? If the moon is in Aries, think of that. Excuse me, in my throat. So that's something too. Speaking up, something, I even said that in my last reading, it's something about the truth. Aries is a very truthful sign. If you know a lot of Aries, they're very blunt. Whoa, hold on, guys. More water as well. Hydration. The purge is significant, okay? But let's look up Aries in a full moon, right? Because just embodying those traits, this is all about truth, war, kind of like a duality as well, fire, of course. So let's see what we have. I want to look into that. And I normally don't do this as intense, but I'm being called to do it today. So let's see. So let's look at the attributes of Aries, okay? This is about impulsivity, courageousness, aggression, attention-seeking, bold, competitive, confident. Remember, I said it's that duality. So these are the emotions that are coming up at this time with this Aries full moon. Something wants to stabilize, but something also wants to come out. So hence why I was kind of like coughing in my voice. This is like your truth, right? When we think of confidence, boldness, when we think of determination, energy, right? High energy, independence, when we think of passion, all of this is correlated with Aries. And these are the emotions that want to stabilize, but simultaneously going into Scorpio, as well as leaving Libra, this is a balancing act and a transformation of those heavy energies, okay? The heavy emotions that we have been facing. So that's why I was called to do that. But that's just the beginning downloads. And with that scorpionic energy, we are already feeling it. Water is going to be your best friend. So hydrating the body will help at this time. We have done a lot of groundwork. This Libra season was all about the mind, meditating, getting grounded in the mind and body, right? And now we want to kind of just get rid of those emotions and burn them away, so to speak. So that's even significant with the Aries, the fire. We're burning away some things, but also washing away the things. And if you have been following me, we've been working with the water and the fire aspect for the last few months, since maybe Cancer season. If you want to go look at that, it was about elementals. So this is the balancing of that energy now, okay? And the moon is here to help us through that. So I'm going to tap into my energy healing reading now. And what I'm going to do is focus on the emotional scale. So we're going to see if we can pinpoint some of the emotions that need to be kind of looked into, processed out, or released, okay? So let's see what we get. Wow, I split the deck on death and relationships, so that's even significant. All right, let's see what wants to come out. I'm not going to make this that long, but I do just want to navigate with you guys. Wow, I can't make this shit up, y'all. I wish y'all could see it, and I would not lie. Grief is the first card that came out to forgiveness. But when I always tell people, when we're talking about forgiveness, this is your flow of energy. Right? This is the flow state of life, right? And I told you all the last reading, grief was like plaguing humanity from a psychological standpoint, right? We were speaking on how the pandemic, we watched millions of lives lost, right? How do we really recover from something like that without really, really purging that grief and that heaviness of just change that we've gone through? That 5 number governed the last reading. This is significant again. I'm telling y'all, these energies are here to work with us. So please allow them, as I'm just feeling suffering. Like, we should not have to suffer through this. Like, I'm just seeing, like, how people always say we got to keep moving on. We gonna be all right. No, like, it's time out for that shit. We're not just holding on no more. We're letting this shit go finally. And the energies are here to help us. Okay? So this grief can be in many ways as well in your personal life, but that's just on the energetic plane of humanity right now, right? The plague that has been placed on us, it was a global pandemic, so no one escaped that. Imagine how much suffering everyone's feeling. Even if you're intuitive, you probably feel other people's grief, right? You've taken on some type of challenge the last 5 years, I'm sure, okay? So that's where the processing comes in. That's what you need to be focusing on. And I'm just allowing myself to channel. But that's where the water is now going to help appease you, and ease that pain a little bit more. Because grief is kind of a repetitive thing. If you don't really release it in a proper way, it will keep coming up. So this is good energy. I love it. And we want to get that blockage of grief out, okay? Let's What else do we get? Adversity. I can't make this shit up, y'all. I accept that challenges are the best way to learn. So this is how the adversity, or what adversity was placed on us, that we really need to look at. What have you been through, right? Because it's keeping you from this limitless being. I told y'all these energies want to help us kind of go up now, right? And even symbolic, I was hearing upgrades before I even started the reading. So what's blocking you? And it's something tied with grief. It's something tied emotionally to your past. And I'm just seeing a lot of people, like, I hear buried. It's buried. Like, this is the subconscious, okay? So you're going to have to dig deep. This is where the processing comes, being real about the adversity that has been placed upon you. The people around you, like, just really analyzing where this could be coming from, okay? And it's already kind of in the psyche as well, right? Like I said, a global pandemic. We were all affected in some way, shape, or form. Like, it's something that you were going to be aware of, right? So the effects of that already has been psychologically implanted on us. So the subjugation of that is very important. And I'm also just going to hint on this a little bit. I'm not going to go too deep. But there is a certain chemical subjugation as well, right? I was channeling a lot of things, and I'm going to just touch on this very quick. I don't want to go too deep into this yet, but I want my ladies to really, really focus on this message right now, okay? When we think of chemicals, right, subjugation, I want y'all to just think of what chemicals you're putting on your face, okay? Putting into your bodies. I'm hearing alterations, things of that nature. Like, I'm even thinking back, like, to the old days where perms were, like, so prominent back in the day. The fashion industry, like, what are you doing? What are you putting into you? It's a time to really focus on that, ladies, okay? Because this could be the adversity, and this is going deep, I'm going to just say it. It's like maybe the pressures of what you're supposed to be like, or what you're supposed to look like. That's adversity on the women, right? It's a plague. And this is where I was talking about the psychological attacks, the grief, right? Because now we have seen the upscale in transgenderism, right? And we see everyone wants to emulate a woman, but you can't do that. Okay? So I need y'all to take this message and just sit with it. Where is your adversity striking from? Where are your pressures? Where is society pressing you to be a certain way, ladies? It's time to let it go. And this is where the bad bitch era, I'm just going to say it, is coming to an end, ladies. It has to, right? By law, it has to, because this has plagued so many women. And I told you all, this scorpionic energy is coming to lift this shit up off of you, okay? If you notice, there has been like this, the bad bitch, the influencer type of fad, the womanpreneur, that all that shit. I made a reading about this a few years ago, but I'm telling y'all, this is coming now. I don't know if many of those companies are going to fall even. I'm strongly picking up Fashion Nova. And I'm just hearing, don't believe the hype. Okay, I'm going to just leave it like that. But where are you being played? This is like social media. Always seeing the same type of women, kind of like replicas, clones of each other, right? It's deep. It's a program, guys. And this is plaguing our beautiful women. Each and every one of you are beautiful. And yes, I date women. I'm a woman as well. But I just see the beauty in women at all costs, right? The natural ability of a woman is what we need to be relying on. That's your power, guys. And the channel movie with that, I'm gonna leave it here. You can go look at it if you want. Go look at Black Widow. Marvel. Y'all know I'm always come with the Marvel. That's my shit. But y'all go look at that. But this is where we have to go deeper. You see how I broke that down to a psychological standpoint of like what could be keeping you in this adversity and this grief energy? Right? This is losing aspects of yourself even. How do you regain those aspects back? The true aspects of yourself, right? And that's what we want to focus on. Women with no limits, men with no limits. These gurus are constantly putting pressure on men. You gotta be this way for a woman. You gotta be this way. No, you gotta just be yourself, sir. You gotta be yourself, sis. Okay, it's time for that. That's what this era is really calling us to look at. Where are we being suppressed? Where are we feeling pressured? And what are we taking on? Are we taking on other people's shit? Okay? So that is going to help if you really are feeling heavy emotions. That's where you need to go to dissect, to process, to really take time, okay? The energies are here to support you. So we have purpose. And remember, I just said, y'all, I was just saying going into who you are, right? Who you truly were meant to be, your natural state. Why are you here? Right? 1555, I told y'all that 5, yo. And this is like coming away from egotistical shit, because we got pride on the bottom. So they always say the pride before the fall, right? What are you holding on to, okay? What are you holding on to that's keeping you from this true essence? What are you here to do, right? You weren't here to be a bot. I'm going to just say it like that, right? And this is where trust is coming back in, accepting your inner voice. And then I was telling y'all the truth. Okay, surrender at the bottom. So that's what we need to be doing, coming back into that. Like, what is plaguing you? Okay, remember, from my last reading, I was speaking of a plague. Like, the pandemic was a plague, was it not? What is plaguing you in your own life? And it's time to really analyze the societal pressures, okay? I'm going to just give it to y'all like that. All right, I'm going to get 3 cards from the tarot and 1 ancestor message, and I'm going to wrap this up just to see what comes out. But I really like this reading, but this is just to let you guys know what tomorrow may bring. If you're feeling heavy, how can you navigate this, right? Get out in nature. Feel what you need to feel. Rest if you're tired. Like, follow your feelings, okay? Again, if this is the closest the moon is to the Earth's orbit, you're going to be magnetizing those emotions, heightening your emotions, right? So follow what you feel tomorrow, okay? And throughout this next energy, follow what you feel, all right? That's the way. Act on what you feel. Also, stop being scared. Like, that's for somebody. That's for somebody. Stop being scared. Act on what you feel. Say what you need to say. Some people might even, I'm hearing apologies might need to be given as well. So this is where the pride, remember I said the pride, letting it go. And I love this because we got a 0 to the 10. So we got the Fool to the 10 of Swords, y'all. Didn't I say what's plaguing you? It's time to leap up out of it with the Fool card. But looking at these 10 swords, if you look it up, this person's out dead. It's time for a transformation. You can no longer go on like this, y'all. It's going to be very uncomfortable if you're not doing this internal work. I'm telling y'all. Okay? But I like that because it's an ending to a beginning, right? The 10 of Swords. We got the Aries card coming out. We got the Emperor to this. I told y'all it's like a duality, because then we have the 2 of Cups on the bottom. So remember I said the duality of Aries, these emotions coming back into confidence, right? Coming back into your true nature. Who are you, right? This is what this moon energy is doing. I can't make this shit up, y'all. I love this. What's the last card we're going to get? Y'all can look it up. The Emperor card is the Aries card. Wow. To the illusions, but this could also, to the Death card. Y'all, I can't make it up. We got the 7 of Cups to the Death card. Illusions. Remember I said looking through things, processing, seeing through the smoke, seeing through your own baggage. This can even be baggage, sorting through your own shit, right? I'm hearing temptations, things of that nature. Like, what is keeping you plagued, guys? So I'm going to leave that there, and we're just going to get one message, because I'm certain that that's what needs to be happening. So if this resonates, put a little heart down below, whatever emoji you like, just to let me know you with me. But I appreciate y'all who have been with me. Even my new followers, we're going to keep growing and ascending through this energy, okay? So I'm going to get one card. Let's see what we get today. Speak. Speak through me, please. Wow. We got betrayal, okay? And then we have the naked card. So this is highlighting, I want to start with the naked card on the bottom of the deck because this is governing the energy, right? If you notice, my naked card is about vulnerability. It's about feelings. It's about being vulnerable with self. This is where a lot of people struggle. You're going to have to become vulnerable. So with this betrayal, this is all about pride. This is all about not really being in your true self. So this has caused a lot of heaviness and emotions. When you operate in truth, what is there to really go back and forth about? It's like that saying, when you know what it just is, right? Like, it's nothing to go back and forth. Or if there's a debate type shit, then you know somewhere is a lie, right? Something's not true. So going back and forth with yourself emotionally is a sign of coming into yourself fully still, right? This transformative energy, this scorpionic energy, there are aspects that need to come out of the shadows and die. And I hate to be like that, but it's like old things, old ways of being have to go away so you can then elevate. You get what I'm saying? Like dropping the baggage again. So looking at your shadow sides, where are you not fully standing up to be yourself, right? So I like that energy. And that's where you can go. I'm hearing pull one more. I like that. Being vulnerable with yourself. Wow, fearless love. This is the healing. I love it. So once the healing card, we got fearless love to self-sabotage. Did I not just say that, y'all? What part of you is keeping you plagued in a cycle, continuing these destructive habits, whether this is even your thought process of who you are, right? Yourself, not feeling good enough. And I'm telling you, it's something to do with the psychological aspects of this society. It's time, right? And I'm telling y'all, it just keeps ringing in my spirit, like, the women, what are you looking at? What is your pressures, right? To be a woman. What is a woman? What is that really? What does that mean to you to be a woman? And it's time to define that, not from this self-sabotage, not from these self-sacrificing principles that we're taught. Oh, women have to do this, no, we're letting it go. There is a completely new structure trying to come in. And simultaneously with that destruction, if a new structure is being built, one has to go. So what are you holding on to? I'm telling y'all, that's the analytical side. And this is even for men with this feminine energy. We all have it. It's time to balance it out. So this is on a collective scale, the emotional scale, right? The moon, okay? We're coming back into that. So I like that. So men are in this energy too. So I'm going to leave it there. I hope that this reading helps you guys navigate over the next 2 to 3 days, and I will be back soon with another one. So y'all stay up, stay in love, stay in light, and most importantly, stay safe out there, and I'll see y'all soon. Peace.